Wait till you get a load of this.
Drop that. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
This journey right now as we enter Providence Canyon Park, Lumpkin, Georgia. Like most of the Georgia state parks, playground areas, picnicking areas, good parking, pretty standard Georgia park type vibe. There's a trail over there. I see some people about to enter. Or you can, oh, that's the beginning of the canyon over there. I can see the drop-offs. Nice. Here at the Visitors Center. Got a little one-way loop. And here we are. It is sizzling. Hot enough to cook an egg on this concrete. What's up, everybody? This is Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, the founder, and the president of the ONYXCON Foundation, taking y'all on another episode of ONYXCON Outdoors Worldwide. Today, we're gonna be at the beautiful Lumpkin, Georgia's Providence Canyon. Providence Canyon, y'all. And I'm about to give you all the full details after I get my parking pass, which is not gonna just be for here, but for other locations throughout Georgia that I like to visit from time to time. So, gotta go get my new pass. So I'm here with one of the park. Are you a ranger?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and your name is?
Amanda Stringfellow.
This is Amanda, everybody. She's a really nice person, and she told me all that I need to know. So she was just telling me about the best trails in the park and a little bit about the length of the trails. So.
Yes. The trail that runs behind our building here, it's 2.5 miles, and it starts at the Visitor Center, and you'll circle right back around here. It's called the White Blaze Trail. Mm-hmm. It's 2.5 miles around. Okay. And as you follow the fence line behind the building here, you'll come to a creek bed. At that creek bed, a left-hand turn gives you access to canyons 1 through 5. With all those canyons, you walk in and out, come back to your starting position, up the hill, 1/4 mile, another left-hand turn gives you access to canyons 6 through 9. You come back to that starting position, up the hill, and like I said, you'll circle right back around here to us. If you make a right-hand turn, that'll put you on that 7.5 Red Blaze Trail through wooded area and our backcountry campsites.
I might even like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
so it's more shade over there.
Yes, sir.
Well, with this 100 degrees, I might go that way.
Yeah, well, you can always visit canyons 4 and 5, which are most popular, and walk straight through into that Red Blaze Trail.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. So now the canyon itself is, I know, this is prehistoric, right? Isn't it?
No, it's not. No? It was actually caused in the early 1800s when settlers came in, and instead of farming and going across the hillside, they went up and down because it was easier for the mules. And with that erosion being the sand and clay compound that we have, just mass dumping started to happen. And within 1835, the white church that you'll see on that trail.
I did see. Well, I saw a church when I was coming in.
Yes,
that's the one.
That was back where canyons 2 and 3 are, and they moved it. But they didn't have a chance to move the schoolhouse and a few other buildings. But that church they did relocate because of that erosion.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, because I haven't been to a Georgia canyon since I was a kid. Yeah. But I remember the one we went to had prehistoric, right? Like you could see.
That was the probably Cloudland Canyon.
Okay.
Cloudland Canyon has a lot of prehistoric.
But being that, you know, it is dug in and stuff, do y'all have any like fossils and stuff?
We do. They just aren't as prevalent through our park because canyons 1, 2, and 3 have most of the vegetation, and that's where they're most prevalent.
Okay. Okay. And as far as just any other major note about what makes this park so special as a canyon?
It was actually man-made.
Okay.
It was due to the poor farming, and then miners came in, and they were looking for hematite, which was used to make steel. And as they were digging and going through, they found kaolin, which is a main ingredient in porcelain in China, kitty litters, Pepto-Bismol, and then they found limonite. Which they were using to tint textiles and paint, and they also use it for foundation makeup. So it was kind of a, we're already here, we're finding all this, why not take more?
Then they did all that too.
And then the miners left out part of that Red Blaze Trail is the logging road.
Yeah.
But once the settlers moved out, a group called the CCC came in,
Oh, yeah.
the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they planted a lot of the lotlolly pines as well as kudzu, not knowing how invasive
Oh,
kudzu
right.
was.
The history of that, yeah. Definitely. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good notes. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, of course. You have a great day.
You got between the trees views. As you're walking on trail, there's, at least the beginning of it here is dirt and a little bit of leftover gravel. Most definitely hiking boots always recommended. You can tell they used to have some type of tread down here to keep people from slipping probably when it's wet. But that is long gone, has been walked over and torn apart and shredded. Common woods. It's got the gating, fencing, should I say. Wonderful breeze, and I'm so glad these trees are above me because it is scorching, and that makes an immediate difference. It feels a little bit cooler. Because of the up and down, you would definitely want to wear some boots that don't give too much in the toe area, but are also comfortable on your toe. Because you know how you have a shoe on that has a little give, and then when you're going downward, your toes are punching the front of the shoe, and that'll wear you out by the end of your hike. But if they're, you know, if the shoe is basically a pretty decent fit, you know, not too tight and not too not tight either, you're in good condition with your boots. And I would highly advise hiking boots. You can hear the cicadas, that's beautiful. Song of the South. Love my cicadas. So like when you're in this area, as you can see, you can't really see the canyon. This is gonna loop me back around into that, I'm pretty sure. But in this part, it's all lush woods. There's definitely a drop down there. Yes, this is sandy muddy. It's not like gooey, but it's wet. There's a trickle of water. So let's see what it says. Canyon 1 through 5, Mile White Trail, backcountry sites 1 through 6, and Red Blaze. Okay. I'm gonna go this away first and then go back here through the shaded area, which looks very cozy with the cool tree shade. But I first want to see where this water is coming from. I don't know if I'm headed towards the source or away from it. See if I can determine what the flow is. It's not especially moving. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from. If it's, I think, okay, here we go. It is ahead. The source is ahead because it's moving. It's up ahead. Somewhere up ahead is the source. So we'll get to that. You got 1 through, so this over here is shaded. Nice. Okay. So you got this look. see why they say no climbing, no marking on the walls, because people have gone past these places where they say not to do that, and they climb up there and they start carving their names in the wall and doing all that stuff that some folks can't help themselves to do. It's in human nature. People want to leave their mark, but it's like, yo, leave it like it is so we can all appreciate it for what it is. But hell, the whole thing is man-made, so there's an interesting discussion, right? It's not human in its existence, but in terms of how it became what we're in, it's because of human tampering. You can see how they dug trails into these areas, and over time it collapsed.
Drop that.
You get to the immediate top. You got a bench for anybody who feels like they're gonna die. I'm good. Down the hill is where I came from. And it goes down a slight hill, but it's supposedly gonna be winding for what looks like a quarter of a mile ahead. Shaded, beautiful tree cover. Common Georgia, most of Georgia, woods type look. Go straight ahead into the backcountry sites 1 through 6 and Red Blaze. We're probably not gonna make it all the way back there because I know when they say backcountry, they really mean it. It starts looking like it's not even part of a park typically when they say that at Georgia parks. I know that from experience of going to other parks. They have a similar system and wording they use kind of universally, but this is Red Blazing Backcountry Trail. And it's got the same look. Most of the creek bed area, you can tell they trim the trees every so often to create a beautiful little arc where on average somebody my height can get through. I'm 6'2", so like 6'1 and a half, but 6'2", that's what I say, you know why, especially with these boots on. So just for you to imagine equipment going through here and what might get tapped or brushed as you get close to an overhang like this. You know what I'm saying? Height reference. You got limbs that hang at least as low as 6'2", 6'3", and they come down as low as 6 foot, and even I would say 5'6". You know, in some areas like I went, I couldn't stoop low enough. I said, nah, I'm not about to be crouched down, damn near crawling while I'm walking. But those weren't real trail areas. It was just an area, I think. I made it back to the car, y'all, and it's time for the mango break. I've been sipping water the whole time because of how hot it is. But now, refreshing. So the trails are pretty wide, actually. I wouldn't say there's a lot of areas where I had to wear shorts. I mean, I could have worn shorts because I got on long pants, you know. But I don't regret it. It is what it is. My legs are sweating though. It's 95 degrees, they sweating. Could have just had on shorts and my boots. I would have been just fine. Because there's not a lot of brush that's gonna rub up against you. And that's always my concern. Until I see a trail and see if it's, you know, clear enough for nothing to be up against me. Because if it's stuff against you, you're gonna have a chance of ticks. And you don't want that. ONYXCON safety tip. Please believe it. Enjoy. Stay hydrated. So here is an area you can park right on the side when you're coming in or when you're leaving. It's got a picnic area, tables as you can see. There's a restroom over there, that's what that is. And there's lookout areas. And there's actually a trail that connects to even where I'm at that keeps running you beside the edge of the canyon, so you can always get a out over the top look, you know, overview of it. the stretching hills and whatnot. So we're gonna see what that looks like. All right, so here's a view. You can't climb on the fence or over the fence. They want you to stand here. They have little laws about that. You can see the top, the edges of the canyon. And if you got a drone, oh wow, this would be the ultimate spot to get a drone shot.